What is up? This is your LA in a minute. There are an estimated 1 million Christmas trees in LA during Christmas. Some real, some fake. But it all started with one Christmas tree. That's right. I want to talk about the very first Christmas tree in LA history. Let's get into it. Now, it's important to know that the Christmas tree is a relatively recent tradition in America. It wasn't until 1845 that the first visual representation of a Christmas tree in the U.S. appeared in a book called Kris Kringle's Christmas Tree, published in Philadelphia. Soon, similar Christmas stories and books were spreading throughout the U.S., including The Christmas Tree and Other Stories by Mary Howitt, published in 1850. Magazines and journals followed suit, and trees somewhat resembling modern-day Christmas trees began to take shape, with one main difference. There were no ornaments at the time, so people would use candles to decorate the tree to make them bright and festive. But it wasn't until the late 1850s, when LA had a population of barely 8,000 people, that a Christmas tree first appeared in Los Angeles. Now, the earliest residents of El Pueblo de Los Angeles celebrated Christmas, but they did so in the traditions of Spain and Mexico, mostly with religious observances, fiestas, and fandangos. And while other major Christmas celebrations would take place at the Bella Union, LA's first and most upscale hotel in the 1850s. But in 1857, as the burgeoning Pueblo continued to grow, more migrants were beginning to introduce their own Christmas traditions, imported from the eastern U.S., England, and northern Europe. Amongst those new immigrants were Dr. Matthew Carter and his wife, immigrants from England, who wanted to lead a festive Christmas community event especially meant for children. Thus, along what is now Main and First Street, Carter and his family put up and lit the very first Christmas tree in Los Angeles and Southern California history. This was a true community project, decorated by the entire neighborhood, and on Christmas Eve, all children were welcome to the home, and Dr. Carter played Santa Claus. It would be more than a decade before Christmas trees were commonly found in Los Angeles, though there was one in 1921 at the very beginnings of the Hollywood Bowl. And since then, Christmas trees have taken on a life of their own in Los Angeles, from the famous one at the Grove, to the more than 100-foot tree at the Citadel Outlets in Commerce, to the legendary Christmas tree atop the Capitol Records building in Hollywood. So there are an estimated 1 million Christmas trees in LA during Christmas, and some even become LA landmarks. But it all started with the very first Christmas tree in LA history. All right, y'all. Merry Christmas. It's been a minute.